there, friends of the internet. This is V. I hope you're having a positive day unless you're going for a COVID-19 test, and I hope you're having a negative day. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be talking to those who have caught the travel bug and are looking to travel for the first time on a budget. And I know we're kind of like in this weird time where we're like in quarantine and isolation and social distancing and no traveling and stuff, but I am optimistic that it's going to be over and we're going to be able to travel once again. So as we isolate and social distance, why not research and plan ahead for our travels? Okay, so here are my tips. Sorry, I'm going to be looking down here because this is where I have my laptop with all the tips. So when it comes to first time travel on a budget, the first thing you want to consider is, what is your budget? Because your budget is going to determine the destination, it's going to determine your accommodation, how you're going to maneuver around the destination, the sorts of activities you're going to be able to do, as well as what you're going to eat. What you gonna eat. So yeah, and the two costliest factors in travel are airfare and accommodation. So those are the things I'm going to tackle in this video, how to kind of cut costs in those two areas. So once you've sort of figured out what your budget is and how much you kind of want to spend on travel, the next thing you want to choose is your destination. Now the thing about airfares in terms of travel, it's a very, how to cut costs in it is it's a very broad, it's a very big topic, probably deserves its own video, but I'm gonna kind of talk about it in the general sense in this one. So tip number one, I would say, is that look for deals and promotions. So there's platforms such as Momondo, Expedia, Skyscanner, Secret Flying. Those are really great platforms to start in terms of looking for flight deals. Even before you look, before you decide on your final destination, like where you want to go, that's probably a really great place to go, because then you're like, I could actually go to, I don't know, Italy for like $400, you know? So that's those four platforms are probably really great because they catalog deals and they're usually really reasonable, and there's always a deal. There's no like time when there isn't a deal. So I would recommend those. My second tip is setting flight price alerts. So even with the platforms I just mentioned, when you download the app, they have this feature where they can alert you when a flight price has gone down or has gone up. Because that's the thing about airfares. Airfares are a dynamic mystery to everybody. They move up, they move down, they go up. Like literally it could be one price at 10 a.m. and it's another price at 11 a.m. So setting a price alert is always a good idea, because then as soon as it drops, you know it instantly. You're like, all right, cool, this isn't my price range now, I can buy the ticket, you know? So yeah, another tip that I have is the day that you choose to fly matters. Like, not all days of the week are created equal. So as a general rule, flying on Tuesdays and Wednesdays tends to be the cheapest compared to any other day of the week. The weekends are almost always the most expensive to fly on, as are public holidays. I think it's for obvious reasons, because I think that's when everyone's trying to get home or go on their getaways, or come back from some kind of business trip or whatever. So yeah, as a general rule, flying Tuesday or Wednesday usually tends to be a lot cheaper than any other day of the week. All right, so now we move into accommodation. So when it comes to accommodation, my recommendation is get it for free. Yes, for free. So that's like choosing a destination where you know someone. So whether it's a close friend or a relative, that means you've cut out the whole cost on accommodation, and that's money you can put into activities or whatever else it is. And the cool thing about having someone that you know at a destination, it means that you have company, you have a local that can take you around, show you all these cool places that maybe a simple Google search was never going to show you. And also they can help you get those bargains in terms of concessions, or even like a bargain on those overpriced curios that they always sell in those tourist markets. So yeah, try get free accommodation. If you know somebody somewhere, go there first. I mean, why not? If you decide to go to a destination where you don't know anybody, platforms such as Airbnb, Bookings.com, or Holiday Swap are great to look up affordable accommodation. So I know most people know about Airbnb and Bookings.com, but Holiday Swap is a little less known. So what Holiday Swap is, you swap homes with the person that lives in the destination where you want to go for $1 a night. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you travel on the same days and you literally swap, but they could host you or you can host them at your place. But the point is, you pay accommodation $1 a night accommodation, which is like what? So with this option, I'll be honest, I've never done it because I'm not brave enough to allow anybody to stay in my apartment. But it is an option for those of you who are a lot braver than I. So, all right, so those are my first time travel tips on a budget. And I hope that they've been useful. And if you want me to elaborate on some of them, expand on them a little more in another video, or add some more tips, I'm happy to do that. Okay, so now stay safe, stay home, and let's flatten that curve together. Bye.